back to my YouTube channel, or welcome if you're new here. Before we get started, I just wanted to share a quick update. I'm super excited and happy to share that Gianna Smith, the teenager from my previous video, was found safe and sound, and she is back home now. So thank you to those of you who did watch and share that video. But let's just go ahead and get into today's case. Today we're going to be discussing the case of a missing woman from Chicago. It's a very recent case, just like most of my videos are. I feel like it's really important to get these cases out there, even though there aren't many details about them, just so we can spread awareness and hopefully bring them home. I know that there aren't many details, but the sooner we get the word out, the sooner and the more likely it is that they do get home safely. So let's go ahead and get into it. Cheretha Morrison, a 38-year-old pregnant mother of two, has not been seen or heard from since February 26, 2021. On Friday the 26th, Cheretha failed to pick up her daughter, 4-year-old Glow, from Earl Elementary School. Now, we know that Cheretha did drop her daughter off at school that Friday morning and that she did return home for some time because she was live on Instagram. Apparently, her older sister saw her on live laying down in bed. However, Cheretha allegedly had plans to meet her son, but he wishes to remain anonymous or unidentified at some point later that morning. But he was unable to reach her when he tried contacting her to confirm their plans, so they didn't end up meeting up. And I've read that her niece, Laurinetta, was the last person to actually speak to Cheretha that morning, and the two spoke on the phone at around 10 a.m. So, according to her niece, Laurinetta, Cheretha's phone was turned off and her Facebook page was deactivated that same day. Now, her page is reactivated as of now, and it's because Laurinetta, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, knew the password. I'm under the belief that they did at one point share this account and that she did know the password or was able to guess that password. So now the Facebook is back up, but it was deactivated. I don't know if Cheretha was the one who was the one deactivating it or if someone else deactivated it, but it was deactivated that day that she did disappear. So once Cheretha didn't pick up her daughter from school, authorities were notified, and then they notified the family, who then attempted to reach out to Cheretha and couldn't get a hold of her. So after not being able to get a hold of her, Cheretha's son attempted to drive over to his mom's house, only to find the doors open, but the house empty. So I'm not sure when he says that the doors were open if he meant that they were unlocked or if the door really was just ajar and open. Regardless, the fact that he points to the door being open means that this was unusual for his mom to do. And I wonder if this means that Cheretha was in a hurry when she was leaving, or if someone else could have potentially been in the house after her and had left the door open or partially open or just not properly closed the way that she normally would have. But after this, searches began for Cheretha's car, a 2006 Porsche Cayenne. And that Saturday, Cheretha was scheduled to work. However, I've heard mixed accounts. So apparently somebody said that she did show up to work. I've heard that this was just one person, not her employer, but it hasn't been clarified who it was, but somebody did say that she was there. However, family believe that she never showed up, and police haven't commented from what I can tell, but family believe that she never did show up to work. A few days later, on Monday, March 1st, Cheretha's vehicle was found in the 7400 block of North Winchester Avenue, right at the corner of North Winchester Avenue and West Birchwood, which seems to be a residential area. So I'll go ahead and insert a picture of the area here so you have a better idea of what it looks like, and I'll also insert a picture of her car, the way it was identified. And I read that this location, again, is a residential avenue, but it's also near Rogers Park in Chicago, which is approximately 20 miles away from where Cheretha lived. So I'm not sure why she would be here. But family and friends have searched this area and they haven't found any sign of Cheretha aside from her car being here. And police are currently reviewing the video surveillance around this area to try to see who was driving the vehicle, to make sure it was Cheretha driving it, to identify the driver, to see if it was anybody else. So I've heard that actually right across from where she was parked, where the vehicle was parked, there's a camera. So hopefully we'll have information about that soon to make sure that it was Cheretha driving. This will give us a lot of insight to as to what happened. But some odd items were found inside the vehicle, including a crowbar, money, and a jacket. And the fact that money was found leads me to believe that Cheretha was not planning on going away or disappearing for an extended period of time, or else I believe she would have taken the money with her. It also rules out the possible motive for a crime being robbery. If someone intended to stop Cheretha or potentially hurt her to rob her, they probably wouldn't have left money behind in the vehicle. But a notable part of this case is the posts that Teresa was making leading up to her disappearance. So it seems that she was alluding to someone or multiple people obsessively watching or creeping her Facebook account or being obsessed with her in some way. In her last post, it seems like Teresa was trying to send a message that she shouldn't be messed with, or posting that she's the type that will mess up your whole mind and to know who you're playing with. Cheretha has posts like this that date back to around last May, so or from later, but so it doesn't mean that it's necessarily significant now. But the week before she disappeared, there were at least three posts. So it makes me wonder if something was happening more significantly now, or she was being bothered or harassed by someone more recently. Could this have led to a planned confrontation the morning that she disappeared? Many of the posts allude to a situation in which a man goes back and forth between Cheretha and another woman, potentially the one who obsessively checks her page. One of the posts claims that Cheretha took a man away from the woman for 8 years, and I wonder if Cheretha could have been set up by the man and the woman. I wonder if the man would have reached out to Cheretha and asked to potentially hang out, and then maybe the woman would have showed up or found out. Um, it just makes me wonder if the two could have been involved. If so, maybe an incident occurred and someone else would have abandoned Teresa's car in the area that it was eventually found in. I also wonder if Cheretha was familiar with the Rogers Park area, or if she frequented that area to potentially meet with an ex-partner or a significant other. I'm not sure if the father of Cheretha's unborn child is currently in her life, or even if he was consistently present. But could the two have connected and wanted to meet to discuss something? If so, he might have some insight as to where Cheretha is currently or what might have happened. I'm also not certain if it's the same father of her other two children. But if not, could men from her past be angry or jealous that Cheretha is having a baby with someone else? And I only bring this up because, unfortunately, intimate partner homicide is on a rise in the US. And oftentimes, when someone disappears, it's usually their partner or significant other, or they at least have some type of knowledge as to what happened to them. And another possible theory is that Teresa was harmed by a friend or someone she knew. I've heard that her vehicle was found by a friend of hers, but that this friend was actually from the south side of Chicago, whereas Teresa's car was found in the north side. And it's a bit odd to find a missing friend's car in an area that you're not from. So the family ended up reaching out to this friend and asking what she was doing in that area, because again, she's not from that area. So to find Teresa's car in an area where she's not from is a bit odd. And when they reached out to her friend, she claimed to be visiting an aunt, yet she couldn't provide them with answers about who this aunt is, where she lives, or she wouldn't call the aunt or and provide any information about her. There are many different possibilities in this case, but I don't believe that Teresa would leave of her own accord. Like I mentioned previously, there was money found in her car, and if she were planning to go, I believe she would have taken this money with her at the very least. Also, more importantly, I don't believe that she would have left her family um, and her children. So it seems like she was very close with her family. So Thursday night prior to her disappearance, so just the night before she disappeared, Teresa was in a video call with her family till about 2 or 3 a.m. And she was also in a group chat with her family, so they talked almost every single day on Facebook. So I don't think that she would go this long without reaching out to somebody to let them know that she's okay, especially with all the media surrounding this case. Um, Cheretha is 5'1" and weighs approximately 140 pounds. She has black hair and brown eyes and has a medium brown complexion. She has at least one tattoo on her arm and one on her forearm and a bottom lip piercing. She's currently 3 to 4 months pregnant, and I've heard that she may currently have braids in her hair. If you have any information about her whereabouts, please call the number in the description below. Cheretha's family insists that she wouldn't leave her children, explaining that her daughter sleeps with her every single night. Her son states that his mom wouldn't leave his sister and pleads with the public to help him find his mom. After digging a little deeper into Teresa's various social platforms, I find it really difficult to believe that she would leave. She seems like a really ambitious, dedicated mother who wouldn't willingly choose to leave her family or her kids. And this is a really devastating story. I really hope that Teresa is safe and sound and okay, and I hope that she's able to return home safely soon. Her family is doing everything that they can. I know they're waiting on police, but they're really just trying to spread the word and get information out there. That's all I have for this case. It's very sad. It's very new. But as of now, I think everybody's just waiting for investigators to review any footage that they have of Teresa and her car so that we have more details. In the meantime, I'd like to thank you for watching this video, for listening to Teresa's story. Please like, comment, and subscribe.